Welcome to Minecraft by the Wheel of Reeds. So I'm going to load up the game for you. This is my Wheel of Time build, and what we have here is a white tower build. So what I'm planning on doing is actually building out all of Wheel of Time, I guess eventually. Mostly in creative mode is what I'll be using. So I'm going to do a flyover real fast. You can see the walls of the white tower of where I've started kind of creating this project. I got the outside layer of the white tower going. If you see everything bombed out like that, that's because I bombed the shit out of this mountain. I was, going at it, chopping away at it. It was taking forever. So I just went in creative mode, got a bunch of TNT, put fuses everywhere, and blew the crap out of everything, including some of my wall that I already built on the tower. So of course that's the first floor right here. Happens that there's seven different colors of wooden planks. So I know they don't represent the Ajas perfectly because they're not the same color, but at least 7, 7. And that's the idea, that I'll just do 7, 7, 7, 7 and kind of spiraling in for the first floor. Going on to floors that are higher as we go up in the tower, they'll be Aja themed or whatever that floor's theme is. Obviously there will be a basement as well for ter'angreal storage, also I guess the testing room, and then also some of the other things that we hear about in the books in the lower levels of the tower. As you can see here, just using creative mode and just kind of cutting away at this, all this stuff, kind of clearing everything. So kind of doing multiple things at once. So clearing the middle is my main priority right now, getting that all nice and clean, and then laying the floor in that first floor. Outside the tower, you'll see in a bit, we'll go out there in a bit, but outside the tower, I have the tower wall that I'm also building. And if you look at that little map there that I have in my hand, I already mapped out the island itself. It's going to be massive. It's going to take forever for me to build this. So there's going to be several different videos of me kind of just building away and talking about Wheel of Time and the various aspects of the game. Obviously, I'm not playing the actual game. I have done that before. I enjoy Minecraft, the actual game, but I enjoy the builds more, kind of like playing, digital Legos, I guess you could say, just creatively doing these creative builds. So what I'm doing here, like I said, is clearing out that middle piece. What I like to do when I play, I'll kind of do a mix between the two, just because I find it relaxing to play in survival mode as well, and that's where it actually takes time to actually collect the blocks. But mostly for this build, I'm doing creative just because it's faster. Like I said, I'm going to be just doing this clearing, and then as we move forward, build out the floor there, and then also the walls of the tower. For the walls of the tower, I'm using white concrete. I thought about using quartz or dorite, I think it's how you pronounce it, but I decided that white concrete would look like a white tower. If I go outside and zoom up here a little bit, I'm going back to the beginning. So this is the area that I bombed out again, kind of just continuing on clearing here. But more so, if you guys want to sit back, relax, watch this build, you can. If not, I'll put some music to this. Just kind of watch the build. Other notes. So, things that will be in the tower. I'm trying to debate of how tall I want the tower to be. It's probably going to be like 200. So if you look at the top left, you'll see the position on there. So that has where I am in relation to X, Y, and Z coordinates. So if you know anything about graphing, the first one is kind of a horizontal, let's say left and right. The last one is forward and back, and then the middle one is how high up you are. That's the height or elevation. Base level is sea level in Minecraft is 63. That's one below 62. The reason why I'm going below is because I'm going to add planks to make it at, I guess, sea level. How high I want the tower to be, that number's probably over 200. So it's going to be massively tall. You'll be able to see it far away, just like in the books. It'll be definitely the tallest structure in all of Tar Valon. But I'll probably show you a shot of that in a bit. When I play this in creative mode, often what I'll do is I will kind of stack up what I want to work on, whether it's building pieces of the actual structure, or if I want to carve away at different things. I'll just put a pickaxe there just to signify, okay, that's carving. More for just a reminder of me. You can actually carve in creative mode with anything. I can use a snowball and cut concrete or whatever. So creative mode allows you to do whatever. I just use it more as a placeholder. In a little bit, I'm going to switch over and show you, kind of what I'm going to build tonight. It's not going to be too long. I didn't take too long with this because the introductory video. My plans with this Minecraft build, I want to have other content creators or other people that play Minecraft maybe to come join me for sessions. We can talk about Wheel of Time and have a conversation while we're doing this. So that way it's not just me listening to explaining while I'm taking hours and hours and hours and hours to carve this away. I also won't actually show every single minute of me doing this build. I'll probably just do check-in videos where I'll probably just fly around and show you guys, the progress and what's new. Also get feedback from you guys. What should I add? What should I do different? Some adaptations that I'm going to be doing to the White Tower. So in the books, if I remember correctly, now someone can correct me in the comments, but when you go up into actually the Aes Sedai quarters where they live, it's like circular in structure. It's kind of like a wheel and spokes of 7 spokes coming off, or I guess are pies, where they live. So like kind of like they all live on the same floor. The problem with Minecraft is it's very boxy, not circular. There's not a lot of curves, as you can tell. Everything's in boxes and bricks, squares, cubes. So just to make an adaptation, it's not what's in the books, I'm well aware. But the first 7 floors I'm going to have as kind of like administrative classrooms, various different things that, would be meeting rooms, things like that you might find in the lower levels of the White Tower. And then the upper 7 levels will be for the 7 different Ajas, with the 8th top level being the Amaryllis chambers, and design that accordingly. I know that's not the actual stories in the White Tower. I mapped it out. We can't do that in Minecraft. So it does have a ceiling, which is 256 blocks up is the highest you can build up, at least in Bedrock Edition, which is what we're using here. And if you did the amount of stories that there actually is in the actual books, it wouldn't, you don't have room. I think doing 7 and 8 to 15 stories will actually put you at, and let's say it's five blocks up a story, which just gives you pretty high ceilings, gives you plenty of room. 2 blocks is about the height of a character. You add a little bit more for a ceiling and get some depth there. Actually, the ceiling will probably be 4, but the walls will be 5. I'll explain that when I get to that. But let's say for simplistic sake, 5 times 15 will be 75. I think that's right. No, 750. No, that's not right. Timeout. Let me do some math. 10 stories times 5 would be 50, right? Then you add an extra 5. Oh, wait. 15 times 5, 10 is 50. Then, so 75, yeah. So 75 blocks up would be the tower. So, and then you're already starting at 60. So 60. So it's 100 and something. Like I said, I might do more. That sounds right. So you're starting at the 63 level, then you're adding 100 and whatever to it. So now that I'm flying, you can show you more stuff. So that's looking out towards some lakes that are out there. Eventually, if you look at that little small map I have there, I'll carve out water for the actual rivers. All right, jump forward a little bit. I want to open the inventory here so you can see the various. I did too fast there, but yeah, okay, there you go. So you can see the different wood. There's 7 different woods. There is a 8th wood. It's warped wood. Not going to use that, but right now I'm adding some wood I need to do some repairs on that I blew up. I'll also add some white concrete to there. In creative mode, you can kind of just put whatever you want in your palette, I guess you say, like as an artist. I'll scroll down here. So this is where I show you the different types. So we have crimson planks. The last one is warped wood. Not going to use warped wood, but crimson planks I will use of that. So it'll be 7. Now I'm going down to get some white concrete. You have quartz. There's block of quartz. I have to find the concrete. Yep, now in concrete section, there's white concrete. Let's get a stack of that. Kind of like you think like art adding to your palette. And do some carving, actually build back up what I destroyed. And that's probably going to be the end of this video. I'll probably do a little bit more, like I said, carving out. That's what I'm doing now. All right. So now I'm just going to add to my palette to get everything I kind of want in there. The wood, planks, and the concrete to do my repair job. Once I'm done doing the repair job, I'll probably do a flyover, kind of show you what I'm also working on. As I kind of gather other materials, I'm kind of depositing them to fill up the water spaces that obviously is going to be where land is. So doing a little bit of fill while doing some takedown, basically just moving a mountain into a lake or into a river to fill it up. Eventually I'll then carve back out the actual river. A lot of just, terraforming, I guess you could say. So right here, I'm just going to go and start to repair this wall that I blew up. And I did it 5. I said blocks high. For the outer wall, the actual ceiling will be 4 blocks, and there'll be like a little bit of a lip there, just to get some depth. And then the next level will be inset, so a little bit. So it won't be exactly on top of each other. So it'll kind of stack up. At least the first 7 stories will get a little bit smaller, so it kind of gives that tapered feel. And then for the top floor, it's gonna be straight up. So at least that's the idea, that you'll have this feel of them as like kind of like a tapered or pyramid type thing coming up for like 7 stories, and then from there it just goes straight up. In the Aja sections. I might do more for the taper, really just to see how it looks once I start getting into that. I might make a lot of changes. Who knows? But like I said, right now I'm just repairing. So a couple other things I'm gonna have to add. As I get to the back of the tower, that's where the library is. It is a dome structure, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make a block look like a dome the best I can. The way it's described in the book is it's a dome structure, and then it has looks like waves breaking over the top. So it's kind of like a dome in the middle, and then kind of curving out to the sides like waves. So it's gonna be a really cool looking build. I'll see if I can do it. We'll see. I might have to go online and look at some tutorials and how-tos to get that looking right or whatever. And of course, then I'll put bookshelves in there. In the basement we'll have a 13th depository and all sorts of stuff like that. Little Easter eggs within the White Tower itself. And then off to either side will be annexes. So we'll have a novice quarters and an accepted quarters off to the side. Of course, with that, we'll do interlocking or interchanging concrete tiles or carpet. I can do either one. So I can put any kind of wood or stuff down there and then put carpet over to get the color right. But each tile will be a different color. The Aja 7 alternating, so it's kind of a checkered pattern. And it kind of describes that in the book. I don't know if it's checkered or if it's lines. I have to go back in the book and kind of read through. And you guys can feel free to comment and know. I'm just putting some doorways there because they're either going to be doorways out of the tower, which is north and south, or actually north will be out of the tower, south will be to the library, and then east and west will be to the accepted and novice quarters. Of course, the novice quarters and accepted quarters will connect also to the basement, so they'll have also lower levels. I plan on making the novice quarters very, very stark and keeping true with the books. Like, it's going to be a very plain and horrible rooms to live in, is what you would think, except it'd be a little better. And of course, the Aes Sedai rooms will be very lavish and full of details and extra little decorations. So that's going to be a long time before I get to all that. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of running along the tower, checking to make sure that I don't miss any blocks. You can kind of see those walls off to the left there I just went by. That's the outer wall, for the actual tower gardens. So past the annexes will be gardens, both to the north and south, past the library and the annexes. I also put stables in there and even a warder training yard. We'll have that, but some maybe a little barracks for the warders with some weapons and things like that on stands, like a suit of armor and maybe even some weapon stand. So, like I said, filling in these last couple of bricks so I can get 7 planks across, so 7 different shades of wood. Obviously, these just represent the 7 Ajas. They're not to form. I might put carpet over them to make them actually be the colors. I think in one chapter in the Shadow Rising, it actually does say that it's like harsh on the eyes. I think Min comments on that, like just the colors, kind of so much colors going in. It's actually harsh on the eyes. So we might go for that. Like I said, I'll do a lot more reading and research as far as what the actual tower looks like. But I try to pull from different chapters within the books and even the companion to get it right. Obviously, if you guys have insight or have read anything else from Robert Jordan's notes or anything like that you want to add to, please feel free to leave in the comments. I will take all of that into consideration when doing the build. Obviously, I'm going to adapt some things to make it Minecraft-y, but that's kind of how we'll go from there. I would talk about what we're going to build next, but being that Tar Valen's probably going to take the better part of maybe even a year to build. Who knows? It might just end up being the White Tower Tar Valon build. It might just be the White Tower build. We'll see as we go along. If we end up building more stuff, I would love to build Dragon Mount, for example, within view of Tar Valon. Off to the side there. Maybe actually start to build out the Wheel of Time world to scale somewhat. If you never played Minecraft before, one thing that's really cool about it is there is something called like nether portals that you can go into, and you kind of go into like this dark world, kind of like the ways. And you can travel faster in them. So it's kind of, I can actually put these portals as waygates as well, and actually turn that into like the ways. So kind of a cool little thing I can do. And also you can use it as the testing tower on your dolls, where you actually get portal to something else, and I can make within that from portal to portal into something that looks kind of like a testing for the accepted. So some cool little tidbits that I can add to here. So, after I'm done with this whole build, one thing that I thought of would be to just open up to a realm so people can, and you can't edit it, so it makes it so you can't destroy it. So here's where I'm zooming out so you can really see how large it's going to be. I think I'm going to go up to 200 on this, so you can look at that middle number going up. I'm at 170, 180, going up towards 200. So that's the top of the tower, somewhere around there. Up way above the clouds. It's going to be massive. Pretty cool. You can see the base down there. But yeah, open up a realm so people can actually come and then walk around and interact within the Wheel of Time world, which I thought would be a really cool idea. So I just wanted to end this video just showing you kind of the base layer of what we're doing. We're clearing that out. We're adding some wood, doing the first floor, and then from there we are just going to keep on building up. So White Tower's first step. After that, we have to clear that mountain over there, as you can see, and then clear out all of Tar Valon and start building there. So that's it for now. So until next time, peace.